Seme we wajama ketalabu we nalofilo yala hibo zaidi.
So hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Hadija Maulid.
Okay. So she's Hadija Maulid.
I'm a Nubian and I'm welcoming you through the Nubian Souk. Market today for to showcase our culture and tradition. Let me take you through. So, for the first stall, we start with Al-Sata bridals. Al-Sata bridals deals with weddings in the Nubian community. They dress up the bride and also the groom. So there are different types of dresses.
This is the
traditional wedding dress. That's a Kibra. And then this is the dress and then the top. So
seems like there are many weddings in this community.
Yeah, there are many weddings because the youth are getting married a lot.
And this is the season also.
Yeah, this is also the season of marriage. So apart from the wedding dress, there are also some Nubian jewelries that Al-Sata sells. So we're looking at Souk. This is the Nubian jewelry for Al-Sata. This jewelry, they're in different colors. They're made out of beads. They're used for the neck, the hands, and the legs.
Okay, I've seen this in Sudan. It looks more similar, like
depending on the clothes that you're wearing.
Oh, it's supposed to match.
This is the owner of Al-Sata.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
My name is Yasin Juma.
Yasin Juma. I'm Asha Swaib, but well known as Kuji.
Okay.
Yeah, the founder of Al-Sata.
Nice.
Yes, and Al-Sata mainly deals in Nubian bridal attire.
Okay.
So the whole attire from the wadi, that headband, the golden headband, to the dresses, the kubaba, then the Nubian jewelry, the Souk.
How do you call it?
Souk.
Okay.
Yes, it comes.
Someone is showing.
Yes.
Okay.
It comes in different colors depending on someone's attire. Yeah, all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I also see you have a gomesi.
Yeah, gomesi. Yes. So Al-Sata has done all different cultures, from Indian to Nyokole to the Uganda attire.
I've never seen such a gomesi.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, it's unique.
So that was designed and stitched by Al-Sata. So we do all that. The next stall was taken by Shaki's collection. Shaki's is majorly owned by Shaki, a lady called Shakila and her kids. So they sell things from Dubai to Kenya. They sell the tops that when you're during the Nubian dress up, there's a top that you wear. Top is that outer part. Yeah, ukishava nini gurbaba chini na hiyo dress. So ile hiyo kitambaa inafungwa. So that's the top. Yeah. So now we're going to all aspects of decoration in a Nubian house. So
hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
These are like the way before, when as a Nubian bride, when you're serving food to your husband, you're not supposed to take it with just bare hands. You're supposed to use like a tray. So this is like a tray of tradition. So yeah. So you serve it. So isn't it kikapu?
This is media.
Yeah, most of them are made here, but we are also mixed with other women, provided it's just women in Africa weaving.
Through you marketing and all this, you think it will conserve the Nubian culture?
Yeah, it has been conserving them for many years. Yeah, even if somebody brings 1, 2, because most of them weave it part-time. It's not a full-day job. And then most of them are not in a hurry. That's why I decided also to mix with other weavers.
But honestly, you think you're concerned that one day it might?
No, it can't. Because if you can imagine this food cover, the pattern was cramped during our great parents, and we are still maintaining the pattern. And nowhere you get the pattern written in the book or drawn in the book. It's just off-edge.
Go anywhere, no harvest, no nothing, everything has dried. A small ritual will be done here within the house, maybe slaughter a chicken, and our rituals, kujuru will be brought. Every clan had its own kujuru. because those are the experts in performing the civil. So the before they do a little cleansing, but again the whole community, all the clans will come together. Now that is when when they come together. I don't know how they used to mobilize for funds, but at the end of the day they'll all come up just one huge cattle and the sheep, the goat and maybe chicken. They go down to the river, slaughter the cow, then the meat will be roasted. So each and every family would be given a piece, a small piece. Even if the family had a member who was in the hospital.
This stall is by young ladies, 2 young ladies who have just finished their Form 4. So they decided to start cooking and also selling so that they can also, they're just innovative and they're trying to sell their stuff.
Hi, how are you? How is it going?
Good.
Yeah. What are you making?
We had made cinnamon rolls, honeycomb, viazi karai, and also we had cake, babuyu, meatloaf, and sodas and water.
How important do you think this exhibition is?
It's good because it gives chances to like us, the youth, for us like to express ourselves and what we can do out here. Yeah.
Your name is?
Mariam Abdul Majid, and also I have my partner Howard David.
I need to understand just how important is a gathering like this to the Nubian community. To the Nubian community. Now, when I trace back to how our community was many years ago with our wazes, we had a sense of community. At the moment, a lot of people are not living as Kitambo. Nowadays, people are having like close relationship with their families. But having such a gathering, a lot of people, yes, we get that aspect of networking because a lot of people don't know even what we do. So if you have people that actually pass through our stands, they see what maybe these vendors are displaying, it can be a way of us maybe knowing each other, interacting. What's the future of your generation and your children's generation of Nubians? Okay. Now you see, when you see Nubians, I see how we trace back our history. It's from a history of communalism, something like that. So if by any chance, if we continue with such programs, if we continue to bring that togetherness, we're going to succeed. Be it politically, financially, as in just supporting each other, just being there for one another. I think we are going to have a thriving community at the end of it all.
Hii ni bamia, okra.
Okra?
Yeah, okra. Sisi tunaita bamia tuwa. Na tumepika na nyama, hiyo ni okra. Tumepika na nyama. Alafu tukikuja hivi, inakulwa na gurusa. Okay. Na ugali, na kula kina kitu yoyote. Sasa tukikuja hapa, hii ilikuwa tunaita meatball lakini imeisha. Ni kofta. Ni meatball.
Sile kofta dawa.
Si kofta dawa. Ni kofta meat.
Mzee ajui kofta.
Sasa tunapika na hiyo, unakula na mchele, unakula na chakula yoyote, yani na chochote. Okay. Sasa hiyo ni meatball, tumemix na waru. Ingawaje umekuja kama imeisha but ilikuwa smart, ungeiona ilikuwa smart. Okay. Yeah, ni vile imesha smart. Okay.
What is this?
So, hii firinda. Tunaita firinda. So, hii firinda ni maragwe imepiliwa. Imetolewa ngozi. Hii unakula na gurusa, kofta, unakula na gurusa, kisira, na white rice.
But with gurusa it's the best.
Yeah.
In Ethiopia inaitwa shiro.
No, this is not shiro. This firinda is just different.
Hiyo ni firinda, ni mboga tu special pisa tofauti.
Umetolewa ngozi and then it's like been grinded. It's not shiro. It's not shiro. You should taste firinda. Firinda is firinda. Firinda is just firinda. It's my best.
Maragwe imetolewa ngozi. Alafu unaiboil, unaweka na kitunguu. Na yani unaweka kitunguu tu peke yake na mafuta. Okay. Hivyo tu. na inakuliwa na gurusa na kisira, ugali, mchele white rice. Hivyo.
Nice.
Yeah. Hii ni mulkia kwa lugha ya Kinubia, alafu kwa lugha ingine ni mrenda yenye imekaushwa.
Mrere.
So tunakula na gurusa. Gurusa yetu ni kama hii ndio chakula ya Kinubi sasa. Hii ndio gurusa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hii bado kuna watu wanatengeneza hii art, wako na hiyo art ya kutengeneza, skill ya kuweza kutengeneza hii chakula.
Yes.
Mpaka sasa.
Kama generation yetu sasa hii tunaendelea.
Na mtoto wako is the question?
Watoto wangu lazima niwafundisha.
Au hofi kuwa itakufa one day?
Yeah, tunahofia inaweza kufa siku moja, lakini kwa generation sasa hii tunajaribu kuwaleta juu, tunawa upgrade wajue kupika hizi vitu ndio isikufe. Yeah.
Okay. It's good to see that nani your culture mpaka sasa.
Yeah, tuna maintain culture yetu.
That's good. Okay, thank you.
Yasin Juma, how are you? Brother yako?
Fiti.
Tuma, mulki nani kofta imeisha? Yeah. Tuma mimi ni mapishi.
Fadul white nari yake sisi anazo haki anazo kutu ndio hala
You see now, that's good presentation.
You there?
So this is like a restaurant where we are doing it the traditional way, the way they are seated, and then they are eating traditional food. So this is called gurusa, and then that is
Kofta.
Kofta na gurusa. So which is gurusa? Gurusa.
This is gurusa. This is kofta.
Kofta is
It's a mixture of minced meat and some potatoes.
So this is how we get it. It's really delicious using the hands.
Do you fear that one day your children and your children will forget about this culture?
They can't forget about this culture because we're teaching them daily about the culture.
Do you cook all the Nubian foods?
Yeah, of course.
Mostly, yeah? But not all. There's still some food that have gone with time.
But I guess it depends with like as parents. If you don't teach your children how to cook gurusa, definitely they won't cook the future, you know?
Now I want us to go to marriage. The thing that brings us together. Marriage. We begin from Sudan or we begin in Kenya? Sudan. Tell us about the highlights of some of the rituals that were done during your wedding, Musa. You can't even remember. Years ago. Or any wedding that you attended for Nuba. What are the rituals that happened?
Okay, I think the rituals, the marriage, Nubi to Uganda and Kenya is almost the same, more or less the same. And the rituals of the Nubi and who are in Sudan is adapted from the north. So it's a little bit different, although some of the rituals are the same. Okay. The first thing, of course, there are things that are not common, but I think they are common between the Nubi and Uganda or Sagusa is so in this process, that is done before the Rira. Before the Rira, our Jertik, the Rira and Jertik is actually the same. Yeah. So it's not before that. So the bride, the groom comes and says, this is in Uganda, not common in Sudan. Okay? So the bride, the groom comes and see, touch part of the hair of the bride, and he has to pay before he touches it.
Waalaikum salam. You got an expression from them?
No, yeah, we need to do that.
Because you have 4 Actually, this is an upcoming generation of Nubians who are very much interested in Nubian history, and at the same time they've taken over, like running the Nubian program, because these are students who've been at the Nubian youth camp. So they've come out with fresh experiences.
There's a youth camp.
Yes, we had a youth camp. And the youth camp was all about training on discipline, training on Nubian language, how to dress, how to cook, among akhlaq, among many other things.
What's your concern about the next generation? Do you think that they're going to lose first the language, second the culture? Can they speak Nubian, for example?
Yes, first and foremost, yes, they can speak Nubi. They're very, very good at it. Some a little bit, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Anja Fisuk Nare. Shol Kelimu Neina Anastanuso. Kena Jaini, Kena Explore, Yara Kena Shulu Certificate Teina, Aluna Ligo Fi Camp, Ta Youth Camp, Tanuso De. Yeah, yes.
And it got lost on the way. Okay, so, I see that. But I assume it's the language has been spoken at home.
Yeah, it is being spoken. And now with the much younger generation, we don't want the language to disappear. We want them to keep on speaking it. That is why, in fact, in the youth camp, the universal language there was Nubian. So now, hii ni boy ya kunini. Unaona kama kuna ugali. Ndio kwa kipikwa. Hii inashika fasio hii ni fasio hii. Tabii bwana huko kile kisa kikoi ina sufuria. Inashikilia sufuria sana anapika na anakanyagia, alafu koroga. Tunasifu koroga. Tunapika ugali, haianguki bila support.
Brother. Ayo. How do you call this?
Kuta.
Huh?
Kuta and tabaga. The wives used to like serve their husbands food over here, kama ayuko, and then unafunikia so that isipoe. So it's like a hot pot.
Kuta and tabaga.
Yeah, kuta and tabaga.
So kuta and tabaga.
Yeah.
The kuta is used for serving foods. It can be used as a decor. It can be used as a gift, actually as a gift by the way. But in a Nubian homestead there must be this. It's a must. It has to be there.
The house is not complete.
The house is not complete without a kuta and a tabaga.
So how are they made?
Now this street, by the way, let me tell you a story about this. The Nubian community, we at times even believe that we come from Egypt. So we believe the pyramids were built by the Nubians. So this one, the design that it has been made with a design enough that gives space so that air goes in. Like if you put like this, there's enough space here so that when you cover, the food does not go back. There is enough space to let air. That is one. Secondly, this is like a family symbol. You know, the way it was made, it started from this seemed to have been the top when it was being made, but the bottom, but it was actually the top. So it goes in spiral. It's spiral, and it goes on expanding until the end product is this. So when the end product is this, it shows that we as a Nubian community, we are united. We are glued together, we are stuck together, and if you want to tear us apart, maybe if you cut in between, and if you cut in between, that means you destroy the beauty of the kuta. So, okay, that is a story from my grandmother. The kuta is to symbolize the unity, the togetherness of the Nubian community.
He has heard and he will also tell his children. So, these are maybe river.
No, this is that one, rivergrass, but this one's swamp reeds. Swamp reeds, we call them longu, and this is the straw that is used, and then longu is the colored one that has been used to put the huta together. But the birish is a river grass.
There are still people.
Yes, we do. This is a culture that it's still there. Although now the materials are not so easy to get, so it makes the product become more expensive.
Do we still have people left with these skills here in Kibra?
Yes, we do. Actually, we have like three, 4 particular families who've been doing it since time immemorial. So they hand it over from generation to generation. So it means that it will always be there in the Nubian community. But what I would love if all the other Nubian girls, aside from the ones who have this art within their family, to also do it, so that the art is not lost.
As I can see from here, you have types of different styles.
Different styles. If an elderly Nubian woman sees this, they say this is a male huta. Why? Because it is. If it was meant to grow, it will not be spread. So the person that made it did not make it enough to make it, spread. But now this is a female one. A female one is made in quite a different way that it spreads further. So a male one will always stay like long, tall, something like that. So this is female, this is female. I don't see a male huta here. Chikitin kitisa zamani. Nafikiria hata pengine inazaidia karibu miaka 100.
So do you have a name for it?
We call it Mama Akwe or Mame Akwe. So
it's British, huh?
Yeah, it's British. It's old. But it belongs to the head of the house. Only him sat on it. Wakati tukitoka hatukuacha ile nini origin yetu kama Wasudanese hatukuacha. So mavazi yetu ya top bado tunayo, ndio hizo ambayo nimevaa juu. Alafu hizi ndo variety ya gurubaba. This is from Arabi.
Okay.
This is from I'd say this is Ujer. Ujer is from Somaliland, Yemen, the sides. This is from this is Arabian gurubaba. Then there's also Indian print. So, but we had different names for it. Like this is Subaila. It's Indian. It's Pakistani. From those sides, because we used to trade as far as those areas. Yeah. These are our mats. Mikeka. The mikeka have variety of use. Every homestead has one mikeka. So how to make this? These ones they use swamp ribs to make this. Swamp grass first. The mats are made using swamp grass. Yes,
how did it jump until you guys knew about it?
The art of weaving is there in every community. So they use grass to weave. You see, like from the coastal region, they use palm leaves to weave. They make baskets, they make mats from it. But with the Nubian community, since we also close to the Nile River, we use river grass to make this. But the dyes are tree barks. There are tree barks that produce dye. So those tree barks are mixed, the colors are mixed. They mix certain colors that brings green, certain colors brings yellow. If you mix this and this, you've done it in school, yeah? So it produces the color and even the black ones. So this is a swamp grass. And in Nubi we call it zaf.
When the elders came, they didn't come with their wives, did they?
They came with wives. Some, when the white man was bringing them, there are those who are taken with their wives and children, and there are those who are just young men who married on the way. So you find that is why we have the Nubian community has different clans. Yeah, so there are those who married on their way. They married with the Lango, these other small communities, and some in Uganda married when they came to Uganda, they took girls from the Munyoro clan as they were coming, just like that. By the time they settled down, already the Nubian population was growing. Yes, because At that time, the young ones had already grown, and more generations more people were born. So you find mostly they married within the community. They never married outside the community. And if they did, maybe out of I'd say 10 to 20 cases, you'd only find one.
The Nubian clothes attire, were there, I heard that men, like grown-ups, used to wear suits. Is it still there?
No, the suit is something, is a tradition we adapted from the white man. But in reality, the Nubian men used to wear a kikoi, like inner garment, which they used to call kulumbao, and a kanzu. And then they had a white sheet that they just throw over their shoulders, and then another bigger one that they put like a turban. And then there's also the tarbush. There's one over there. That tarbush is something that we borrowed from the Turkish, because there were Nubians who were also involved in the Ottoman's empire for centuries.
What advice would you give him as the next generation?
Not to drop his culture. I like his energy because he's interested, he's asking questions, he wants to know. So the kind of advice that I'll give him is what he's learning from me, he should also teach his fellow friends who are Nubians, and also to be proud of his history, of his origin, his history as a Nubian. Share it with people who are non-Nubians so that they get to understand who you really are, how you came to be, because not so many people want to know. They find that Nairobi here is a place, they say it's a shamba la kila mtu, but in reality, Nairobi, half of Nairobi belongs to the Nubian community. So you make them understand that this is where your home is. You belong here, and you have nowhere else to go.
We are still our old people fighting back for our land.
Yes, and we are still doing that until now. Hopefully you people will even fight more, so we get compensated for the land that was taken from us, because the Libyan land was 4,197.9 acres. So right now we only have 288 acres. Assalamu alaikum. This book, the importance of the book is that it contains history. History that traces the Nubian origin back to Sudan, where we came from. Also history about the origin of some of the things that we do as a Nubian community, because it also has history dating back to the Ottoman's empire. So this book, I believe, is something that has compiled the Nubian history, and it's something that will be used with our generations. So maybe right now it's in hard copy, but once put in soft copy, when it is in soft copy, it is easier for the younger generations to read.
I don't know if my statistics are correct, but there's a lot of intermarriage with other communities, and that may water down your culture.
Cultural assimilation has been there. You know, we've intermarried. Yes, we have intermarried, but at the same time, even especially if we bring ladies from other communities into our community, we try as much as possible to make them learn more about our community, because they are ours now. So they have to learn about our community, and our tradition and culture, and then so that they hand it over to other generations as well.
Can I copy? Are you together?
How much are you selling?
For 4,000.
4,000.
And then there's the online as well? No, not yet. This is the launch of it. Yeah, so it's not on.
That's what the talk here is about.
Yes, it's about the cultures. Something called savour, which is the norms and traditions of having the Nubian culture. So that's what they were talking about.
As a Nubian community, apart from engaging in cultural, they came up with a soccer team that supports the young boys. They get free training and all those. and then you're able to participate and also earn from playing for soccer. And also it's a part of entertainment for the community to just not sit boring on Saturday. We have games and all that. So one of the we have so many teams, but we have two main teams, the Rajani Gogo and also Kibra United. The Rajani Gogo right now is playing for NSL. Kibra United is playing for Division 1 in the soccer for the country. So Kibra United is one of the teams that is managed by Nubians.
So what do you specialize in? Jackets, suits, shirts, dresses.
Hapa a dress made from Ankara satin. I started this exhibition of mine 2019. 2018 I was jobless in the street of Kibra, but through that I decided to go and learn how to stitch. Did not have money, but just my mother tried and helped me mpaka nikafika hapo, and I pushed until here. But the community is the one that supported me until now. I give thanks to the community.
Why the Nubian Ankara?
I just wanted to represent my community because we are from a minority, and also I just love being Nubian. People should know that there are talented Nubians out here, even though we are very little in Kenya, very few.
So how much do these t-shirts go for? 800 shillings. This one is 1500. This is what? This is fabric, yeah. The one we used to. Wow. Nice, thanks.
And this one, I've designed it by myself. You can't find it anywhere else. Maybe a counterfeit.
I believe you. The Nubian Ankara mwenyewe.
So siku ya Sabala iko hala.
Pata hii mahali ujue amekopi.
What does one wear at the Sabala?
At the Sabala, women will wear baba. And then, do you know the meaning of Sabala? Sabala means a man and a woman. It's a couple thing.
Okay.
So it's a man and a woman. So women will wear gurbaba. For the male, they wear suits and then the representation of the caps.
Yeah,
so
like
now
this
we
one.
have this.
But this one is a new design.
This is the new modern design of those red capes that we're having as
What is it with Nubians and striped? It's just a design. Why do Nubians like striped suits?
Because it's elegant. Can't you see the elegance in striped suits? I see elegance.
Italian.
Striped suits.
This is one of our books. It said citizenship rights in Kenya. This is whereby if you go through it, you will get some short stories where people share how you can get documentation in Kenya. For example, here you're being told, can the government deny me an identity? We've put down the reason as to why the government can deny you a document. Then we have who can be a citizen of Kenya. So basically we've taken that big load that a lot of our community fear to go through and put it in just a simple way so that someone can understand it whenever they go through it. It's an organization that was started back in 1997. It was started after the founders of Nubian Rights Forum, who were among the community members, realized there was a lot of human rights violation that the Nubian community were facing in terms of document acquisition. Yes.
So, which were like the worst cases you had?
The worst cases is mainly vetting. Our Nubian youths, when they try to apply for document, they're being forced to undergo vetting, and which is a differential treatment. Because for other communities, they don't undergo through vetting. And vetting is there for people who live along the borderline, and for the Nubian community who don't live along the borderline. So we felt like this is a big discrimination that we are facing as a community, and that is why Nubian Rights Forum was started. Basically to fight for the right of the Nubian community minority. Yeah.
do you feel sometimes not fully a Kenyan?
I can't say we are fully Kenyans because there's a lot of rights that we are not receiving as Kenyans, because with what the constitution say, if you apply for the document, you're supposed to receive it within 21 days. But for a Nubian youth, you will wait. Some will wait for 5 years, 3 years, 6 years, just waiting for the same document. So I don't feel like we are being given the full right of a full citizen. Rather than it's somehow we are being discriminated.
Do you feel 100% Kenyan?
Not really, because if yes, I might be a Kenyan. I have my identity cards. I went to school. I got
that process of getting an ID.
It was difficult. That is one thing that
and almost feeling like stateless.
For me, it was a bit easier, but for the younger generation, it became more and more difficult for them to get the very, very, very important document that is needed for them to have. So it even makes me feel more or less, why is it that it was a bit easier for me to get and not my children to acquire? So that does not make me feel proud to be a Nubian. That is one thing. Makes me sad to be a Nubian. Then another thing, you find that communities are being given codes. You'd find that code number 1001 is a community. All the way to code number 0. There was a time we were even promised code number 40. We were promised to be the 43rd tribe in Kenya, and this never happened.
I thought so. It's not.
No, it never happened because they recognized the Makonde, they recognized the even the Pemba community. They even recognized this the Zimbabweans that came to Kenya, and the latest being, I think, the Asian community. They are recognized and given that code. So if it means that being Kenyan is being given that number, a code, then I don't feel like a Kenyan anymore because I don't have it.
Mustafa Mahmoud, thank you, Ambassador Siama. Thank you, Musakua. You were not briefed to be a panelist, but you showed up. Thank you, Dr. Saida. And thank you, Mr. Mahmoud. I know after here I'll be calling him Baba. Thank you for the insightful information and looking forward to more discussion. And please continue shopping. Thank you very much.
This is the story of
Kenya, wacha mawe, nakikumbuka Sudani. Haitaji matarua, cha matarua.